Hello everyone and welcome to our debate. Today's topic is, should SA invest in ICT? Looking at the NRI, which is the Network Readiness Index, is described as a key indicator of how countries are doing in the digital world. It measures how well an economy is using information and communications technology to boost competitiveness and well-being. What the NRI does is that it seeks to fully comprehend the influence caused by ICT on certain countries' ability to compete, and it is made up of 4 subcategories that try and quantify respectively the political and business environments for ICTs. Looking at South Africa's digital economy, South Africa's digital economy has jumped 65th out of 139 countries in the Network Readiness Index. This made SA one of the most improved countries in the world. In my opinion, looking at if SA should invest in ICT, I think SA should invest more in ICT because a large-scale ICT investments can play a crucial role in fueling the growth of South Africa's gross domestic products, which is the GDP, through increased economic activity, innovation, and productivity.
I hear you. You are speaking of South Africa investing in ICT. Yes, South Africa is already investing in ICT, and as you can see, over recent months we have seen enormous increase in prices of oil and petrol. This suggests that not only ICT can be the way to increase GDP. I personally think the first step to follow is to upgrade the educational system as noted in the NRI skills pillar. That South Africa is lacking in the quality of education, which currently is ranking on the 137 of 139 countries. You can see that is not a good thing since we are very far below the rankings. So this means South Africa remains the worst in education, and I believe this is the area that needs so much attention more than the ICT. Looking at maths and science quality ranking, it is on 139, which is the last one across all the countries that are included in the NRI assessment. So this make you notice that education is the area of concern in South Africa, and it needs more attention more than ICT. So I don't know, what do you say about that?
I do not dispute what you're saying. You have a very valid point. But by South Africa investing more in ICT, those schools without internet access in the future will have internet access, and this will result in the quality of education system improving, and that resulting in more developed and skilled people, allowing for more economic growth. And by South Africa investing in ICT, it can create more jobs for people, allowing for more people to be employed. And more employment equals less poverty. And less poverty equals less crime.
Well said, Miss. All your points are valid, but then there are challenges. Since I believe you have taken note of the importance of ICT to government's vision of the future. South Africa ranks 105, which shows the South African government does not prioritize ICT. This goes hand in hand with their success rate in promoting ICT, which they are in ranked number 111. Because of many provinces having large isolated villages, which becomes a challenge to bring ICT infrastructure. There are still villages which hardly have a proper way of channeling transport. So how can ICT be introduced in such conditions? I believe if the focus can be investing in knowledge growth, focus on building innovative thinkers, we could reach a point where ICT stands a good chance even within government visions of the future. So yeah, I think it's the matter of government, and then education, which can bring us to a point whereby ICT is a perfect investment in the country.
The factors that South Africa performs best in is the business usage with 32nd place, individual usage with the 77th place, government usage with the 105th place in the NRI, meaning that investors will benefit more from ICT in South Africa, and this also influence future investments in South Africa in ICT. And South Africa can benefit